Oh, we in trouble now because those big bag of Cylons be bringing base stars. That's some alliteration for you. Automatic here for Automatic Games. I do hope this stream is finding you well this evening. I'm doing good, by the by. Just looking to get into some more Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. see what we can't do to the Cylons. And as we start, essentially every stream revolving around Battlestar, I guess I should bring us up to date on what's going on in this system. This is all one system, the Serana system. It has 4 suns. Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma. Anyways. We've had a lot of skirmishes since last time. And in the process, some promotions have been handed out. The next in line for promotion, honestly, was the colonel in charge of Fleet Group Canceron. And so they have a Battlestar now. Let me access that fleet real quick. So now their flagship, and this is Commander Randall. His flagship is an Artemis-class Battlestar now, called the Osiris. There's his old flagship, the Monaco, which is a frigate. It's got a couple carriers and then kind of fills it out with corvettes. There are other fleets to discuss, though. That was just in terms of, let's see. Well, yeah, this fleet. This is Fleet Group Toron, who was commanded by somebody else. They had their first commander died in combat. Their second commander I fired, and now they're on their third commander. And he shot up through the ranks pretty quick. This guy's just different, and that's what makes him stand out. He worked his way through the ranks by being a Marine, so that's where his specialty is. However, his fleet hasn't exactly demonstrated their Marine strength. What they have done is he's built himself quite a fleet of a bunch of Raptors. These are slightly bigger than fighters, and they're crewed by more than one. But otherwise small ships that fly in squadrons. And he has pretty much taken to using these Raptors as capital ship bombers. So his tactics seem to be to run, keeping his capital ships away from the enemy fleet, and just spamming them with those quote-unquote bombers. So he's new. He has a Battlestar as well, since he is a commander already. And the name of that is the Sumava. We'll see if I can remember that. I believe, yes, and Fleet Group Caprica got a Battlestar as well. Now, prior to this, it was just kind of like the highest ranking officer around the orbit of each one of these, in each one of these sectors, was the one with the Battlestar. But we're at a point where we're producing enough of these Artemis-class Battlestars to get them out to people that are ranked commander. In terms of missions tonight, I've titled the stream Articles of Colonization, tentatively, because that'll be Chapter 8. Although I do anticipate action, we're seeing it over here on this side of the board. We're going to initiate this for sure. This is a coordinated strike. In other words, local forces will attack another Cylon fleet. I'm not sure which one it is. Anyway, our duty is to attack this fleet, and we're going to do it with Fleet Group Virgon. This is not a commander. This is not a Battlestar. I'm curious how this will go. If she wins and gets a promotion, then she might well move up to a Battlestar. So I don't know how important this fight is in the long term. I know we'll get some resources from it. But for her, the commander of that fleet, whose name I don't know, so I'm just referring to her as her, this is pretty damn important for her. Could be a promotion. Could be a death.
I've decrypted the staging coordinates of 2 Cylon patrol fleets in this area. Kane wants to run a joint operation with local defense forces and simultaneously remove both fleets. Good for the board and good for PR.
Fair enough. 500 requisition points. Raising status with the Leonis colony. And one random enemy fleet destroyed. That'll be the coordinated strike by local forces. Matt is right. How is Tar tonight? Good to see you. I strive for meh, to be honest. I've been striving to bring you, and I think I've been successful, I might add, bring you meh content since 2016. This is Fleet Group 300. So it's got an officer. In other words, it's not attached to a colony. All it does is shuttle ships around, drop them off in fleets. Right now, it's gonna jump to PyCon to deliver some ships to Fleet Group PyCon. And at this point, we'll turn our attention to what is going on at Vergon.
Cylon's strike group has been detected.
This is it. Okay. Shoot, I should have investigated that officer, but I don't have time. Anyway, her fleet consists of 2 Adamants, which is strange. That's 2 frigates. One of them has never seen action, so it's got a green crew. Other than that, she's got 2 light carriers, and the rest are manticores. She does not have a support ship. If I had known that, I would have given her one. It's too late now. Go get him. Is there a Caspa lurking? Is there a text disguised as Caspa lurking? Because I've learned that's a valid question now too. There are people out there impersonating Caspa. It says to protect any unit with a squadron, use the defend command. Is really cool. That's what I would have written. They added more detail, but just like try it. Hey Plaz, how you doing this evening? Good to see you. Me, I'm just fighting the Cylons. You know, just another Friday night fighting the Cylons. So we'll put this other ship, this is the Zagros. This fleet is commanded by Colonel Yumi Barstow. So Colonel Barstow. Okay. She's kind of a maneuverability girl. You know the type. I don't know, that's the buff she gives the fleet. Little more speed, little more maneuverability. At some point, I'll think of these things and take them into account for fleet composition. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe give someone like Colonel Barstow a bunch of small, fast ships. It's a thought. So we have, 6 targets on the board, unidentified. That carrier's carrying fighters, so is that one. Both frigates probably could be either that or like one Raptor squadron, but I'm thinking more fighters. Just try it, go crazy. And we'll keep these manticores, these corvettes with guided missiles. Same with the frigates. And let's friggin' do it. Canceron has arrived for the in-action
Prepare
review.
to jump in 3, 2,
There's
1.
There's Rob, who represents the Canceron colony.
Dratus contacts. All marks are hostile and active. I hope those colony forces can handle the other fleet.
But yeah, Fleet Group Canceron got her battle star. Her commanding officer, Randall, he got, promoted to commander. I mean, really, it was just one. He fought several skirmishes, but it only took one. The battle star's name is the Osiris. But this particular action we're seeing this is Fleet Group Virgon fighting at, Virgon. Against forces of unknown size or composition. I think we'll just have everybody go as they are, but we'll go ahead and launch fighters.
Launching fighters.
And that'll do.
Set condition 1. I repeat, set condition 1. This is not a drill.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our flanks. There's a big-ass rock over there. It's pretty far, though. About the same distance to that one out there. Although that one would do, too. That looks closer. Yeah, it's not too far. We'll turn to port.
On it, Commander.
No need to go headlong into them, I don't think. Although now that I'm thinking about what this fleet is made up of, the fact that it has 2 frigates, which I don't know if that was an oversight on my part or a conscious decision, that's a little different.
On it,
That's
Commander.
not our standard fleet. Otherwise, it's a standard fleet. It's essentially standard, but we've added a 2nd frigate. And a brand spanking new one, too, so I must have done this recently. Unless the game somehow rewarded this fleet with a ship, but I don't know that can happen. Let's go ahead and form a red squadron. And a blue one. Then alternate, and they'll think we're the police. And they'll stop what they're doing. Send blue out to their center.
Squadron target is confirmed.
And have the other squadron defend blue en route. Right? Okay. So that'll work. Once we complete this turn, we'll kick in the thrusters and start hauling ass. Launching raiders. 4 raider-sized squadrons on the board. Which in a way is good. It demonstrates that they have 4 carriers, probably. I say probably because they end up getting much stronger ships that can carry fighters. But so at this point, I'd love to get a dogfight going, but I don't really want to do it under the guns of their ships. However, for now, I think I'll just maintain course. Why do anything complicated?
Yes, Commander.
What we need to do is ID some of those ships, because at that point we can start firing guided ordnance at them. Ho 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 ho! They just torched their own ship. However, I don't understand why my defense fighters didn't try to take out any of those torpedoes. Well, we need to take evasive action with... I got my choice. I could batten down the hatches or just speed up. I'm going to speed up and climb. Might as well do the same with him. Of course, by the looks of it, this back one could come to a dead stop and be okay, but... yeah, if he gets hit, then... oh well. It's my oversight. Well, since all the Corvettes are speeding up, I suppose this one ought to as well. The Ipatus. Of course I represent Canceron, says they're like the red-headed stepchildren of the universe. Cool name for the Battlestar. Yeah, Osiris worked, I thought. Bartholomew and I are tight. He deserves to be a commander. Is that his first name? Commander Randall's first name is Bartholomew. I'm surprised you're not calling him Bart. Now I question how close. I think it's just a nationality thing at this point. What are they doing way back there? You're not even defending that squadron. I think I messed up. I think I ordered one wing of Blue Squadron to defend. It's time to change orders. You need to get out there because now it's a matter of our fighters are outnumbered. The capital ships will deal with their own incoming, but this ain't good. Alright, I'm splitting up this squadron. We'll have this guy just straight up attack that Raider squadron, and this guy defend him. So if the Raider squadron gets the best of them, they'll have this other squadron at their back. Of course, they've got 3 more Raider squadrons coming in, and not good at all. And mainly because of this fuck up. That's just why there's nothing I can do. I gotta roll with it. Let's see what these torpedoes do. None of these ships are getting into defensive positions. They're just speeding up.
IFF confirms unit is
Climb,
hostile.
climb. Yeah, that works. Okay, we've got an ID on an enemy ship. The fighters in the dogfight were able to call out this Nemesis. And that's good, because that puts the Nemesis on our shit list. Go to condition 1.
All hands on deck.
Fire
Understood.
missiles. Maybe dive, for fear that you'll hit your own
So
ship,
say we all.
but I don't think that's going to happen.
So say we all.
You should probably climb, and this ship, the one in question, the Ammonette, you just stay perfectly still, pal. It's going to be okay. You just stand right there. It'll be fine. And honestly, all the Corvettes can fire too. We can just take this thing out. They fired at us.
Yes, Commander.
I don't know about the military, but in the schoolyard, we called that tit for tat because it was like 1914. And that's what we're doing here. We might even throw in the occasional "your mom's so fat" joke. Jab. Joke. They were funny. I said he and I are tight. I use his full name with his superiors. Yes, Commander Randall has not let us down. Let's see if Colonel Barstow... I mean, so far you would think Naval Intelligence is looking at this like, what the fuck is going on with these fighters? Like, lady, you're about to throw away your cap. And they're doing okay so far, but they've got kind of a double whammy happening. They're in an unmatched dogfight until backup arrives, but they're also under the guns of whatever these are. It's bad juju. And you? What is your hurry, D-Dun? Your name absolutely represents your pace. D-Dun. Speed it up. That's how you gotta talk to these ships sometimes. I think we're good. We're still heading toward that rock. In fact, let's hit some... No, don't hit the thrusters. Just keep cruising. More missiles inbound. Okay. Where are they heading about? Let's see. Yeah, they're totally aiming at the Corvettes. Which me, I'd try to go after the bigger ships. But I think the Cylons just get off on like, get the small one. Get him. We can totally fuck up the small one. Dive, I suppose? It's actually how the order is issued. Still reloading with those. The D-Dawn is picking up its pace. And back to fighter combat. What is going on here? What are... It's a Scorpion squadron. Okay, I don't remember much about these. I think it's kind of a gun emplacement. Yes. So it's not really a fighter squadron then. Is it fucking up my fighter squadron? Tell me more about the Scorpion. Or is it there to mess up my capital ships? Or am I about to see what it does? I imagine that might be it. Okay. One of these fighters has to be from the D-Dawn. I guess this looks good if they can wipe out this Raider squadron. And I'm starting to guess that these are the same thing, you know, because they're not joining the dogfight. At any rate, I think we're good to see if we can dodge these torpedoes.
Missiles incoming!
Okay, good deal. Hide behind the rock. Okay. We're taking these out. Whatever they are, we're destroying them. And I am not going to interrupt that. All the fighter squadrons are still kind of in the green. So we're good. Just have this ship start turning a little bit to port.
So say we all.
So get up behind that rock for safekeeping. And let's watch this time if we destroy that Nemesis class that our fighters identified so early. Might not be enough. So close, though. Well, that sucks. That means he's gonna load up and fire at us. In terms of navigation, though, I don't know how we know this, but his navigation is shot. He's dead in the water. Now, can we fire another salvo at him? Not quite yet. Man, he is so close to it, though. I could almost have... Yep. I'll have the fighter squadrons go after him. Better yet, I'll have two of them go after him. And this guy will start heading back to defend some yeah. Yeah, we'll defend with them. The hope is that that Nemesis class fires munitions again. Actually, you know what? What we better do is we use this last squadron to identify another Cylon ship. No, I want you to, I guess, go toward this rear one. In the
Yes,
hopes that
sir.
he'll identify a couple more on the way. And that ought to do. No, don't be too hasty. Just kind of gather behind here. I might have the ships without guided ordnance stick to that, whereas the other ones will... Well, hell, the other ones could pop out next round, so let's have them do that. Nope, a little too close.
So say we all.
This guy weaseling in there? Yeah, good deal. Yeah, hopefully the fighter squadrons can knock this guy out. He's so close. One more missile would have done it. I don't know why we're so stingy on the missiles. No, that's the one going to...
Hostile unit identified.
the fleet. It's getting close, but he's going to fire before he's destroyed. Ah, support ship towards the rear. So he can repair damaged ships, I believe. I think that's what I'm seeing there. But he doesn't have any guns. Truly, I think I'll just go for the warships and worry about him last. Now, I think they're probably going to fire this turn. So we'll loop around a little bit. And, though we are ready to fire, we would hit that asteroid if we fired him. Well, hell. That being the case, we should just emerge and fire. Second thought. Go ahead and put yourselves out there this round. Next round you'll fire. Probably at the same time they do.
Yes, sir.
And I don't even know about putting my capital ships behind cover because they seem to be trying to pick on the corvettes first. Well, hell, this guy can fire now. He'll do that. Pretty confident the fighters are going to take this guy out. Yeah, they will. Suppose we'll fire that.
Missiles on their way.
Same with that. And that'll work. Do want to see this fighter action, but at the same time, I know there's probably missiles coming this turn, so I'll keep that in the background. Yep. Oh, but wait, he fired him at... Oh, the corvettes are coming out. I'd say that particular burst is irrecoverable. Judging from all the red on the right side of the screen. Let's see. He is not intercepting. What is going on with these fighters? Barstow needs to do something about that. Someone's about to collide, so try not to do that. Just hide behind the rock. You'll love it. As for the two frigates, the Havoc, which is the flagship, that's a decent name for a flagship. Hasn't really caused much havoc this particular fight. And the Zagros, well, Zagros is already kind of tucking in behind the rock there. And they got a few turns until, rather before their missiles are ready again, so they might as well hide. These fighters should start to intercept that. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, we need people defending the fleet, particularly the corvettes. I could force the Cylons to swat at fighter planes. Space planes, I'm sorry. But truly, I think my biggest risk thus far is those incoming volleys. Like, is this one gonna hit? It actually could. Maybe if this thing speeds up.
On it, Commander.
That might be the best deal for it. I don't know. They might have missed anyway, but... However, I see now that, yeah, this turn, the corvettes can open fire. And they'll do that, gladly. They'll do that to the Nemesis class, because the Nemesis class can fire missiles and whatnot. The other ones just have guns. Why you blowing up my spot, Tar? Damn. And ahoy there, everyone. Ahoy, Casper, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I've heard of, I think Mikey was talking about Aliens Fireteam Elite. I'll definitely check it out. Did I already fire? I think I did. Yep. Yep. And yep, so that's gonna hurt. He's not gonna appreciate that. And I'm thinking these are gonna miss. They had better. So where's that put us? We've got 3/4 of the fighter squadrons heading back, and I'm thinking this guy should too, because he's not in great shape. And so the fighters are pretty much done here. The rest is going to be handled with corvettes and missiles. And fuck it, I'll put the frigates into the fight too. What was that? Oh, that was enemy ship. Well, their torpedoes sure as shit missed. And that's happy times. I did say we'll finish this with corvettes, but then I kind of went back on it and said we'll just deploy the entire fleet. But the fleet's looking like a little bit of a clusterfuck, hiding behind this rock. It may not be in the best position. And hell, Barstow's just a colonel
yes,
anyway.
Commander.
She's scared. She doesn't know. Be conservative then.
On it, Commander.
But the way this will play out, I think,
Commander.
is we'll have to commend her,
Yes, sir.
her Corvette service, because they're about to go in. Sorta. What the hell did they leave back here that we haven't identified? Oh boy. Okay, why don't the Corvettes kick on their thrusters and just start speeding up? They'll go for like a long flank and find out what's on the other side over there. what the Cylons are hiding. And I think that'll do it this turn. Meanwhile, yeah, the fleet will, the capital ships anyways, will get back together and probably head back out this way. And hell, engage already.
Escort priority 1 still on.
Is that gonna connect?
Missiles incoming!
Holy shit. Those bastards! And we're flying too close, so we're taking fire. I'm of the mind that you kind of better pitch into them then. I mean, you know, that you don't just want to
Yes, sir.
continue this loop taking fire. So I guess we hit them.
Understood.
We don't have missiles loaded up yet. So I guess just a matter of shooting our forward guns at them. Maybe that'll piss them off. And they'll
Firing
quit.
solutions updated.
So guns on that, I guess. Fighters, whatever you're doing, on second thought, this situation's not great, so
Squadron
get
target
over
is
there.
confirmed.
Except for one. We'll send one fighter squadron. I mean, he went out there and identified that. Go identify them. I guess that'll do. How about the capital ships? Just come around the
Understood.
rock. They're running out of ships that can fire missiles, so
Yes,
the
sir.
rock will not really serve much of a purpose.
Yes, Commander.
Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. Damn right, the Battle of Mobile Bay. Admiral Farragut, I believe. Shortly after losing what's the name of that ship? The Tecumseh, an ironclad. Badass ironclad. He held off the battle. He saw that the Confederates had an ironclad in Mobile Bay called the Tennessee. And so he was like, oh, just hold up, because not far from here is the Tecumseh. And once we get that, with the 3 ironclads we have, plus the might of the Tecumseh, we'll just steam in there and get them. And so, the Tecumseh shows up, and it leads the way, ready to... In fact, he specifically says to the captain of the Tecumseh that, I want you to go in there, and I want you to sink the CS Navy, the Confederate Navy's Tennessee. And he steams ahead and hits a mine and sinks. That's gotta be disheartening, losing a ship like that you've waited for. How many? One more round, and you are firing at him. I suggest we slow down.
Yes, sir. Understood. Understood.
But following that, right after that is when Farragut said, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. Because as you can imagine, captains hesitated then, like, oh, shit. These mines
Understood.
still work. Because I think there was some question as to whether or not Confederate mines dropped in, like, 61 would still work in 64. Okay, sorry. That one line got me on that tangent. We gotta take this thing out. Okay, we are. The fighter command assures me that we're about to. Alright, well, he won't be able to fire. That's what that blue line is. That is that support ship healing nearby ships. However, it's not really moving. So these ships that I said, I mean, they're virtually outside of the ring. I think the lead one is. That's interesting. Okay. Well, that's what they do. And that's what that blue ring is. I did not know that. Alright, Fighter Cap, you told me he'd be destroyed. You lied. Now we gotta turn the whole fleet. It's a pain in the ass.
So say we all.
I suppose we'll go into condition 1. Which is essentially just offensive posture, I guess, in terms of this game.
Action stations!
Okay. Yep, it was Farragut. Parts of my brain still work. That is good. Hey, this isn't Red Dead. Well, with all the talk of ironclads and whatnot. I know. Wait, does it say Red Dead? It better not. No, you're just saying this isn't Red Dead. Strontium, how are you this evening? Good to see you, man. Mr. Odd Noble wants his money back. You can't have it.
Understood.
We advertised Galactica, that's what you got. At least I hope so. This is the best fracking game on the Colonial Net. And how many games are on the Colonial Net? One. But still. Shit. It's the same shit.
Damage. IFF confirms unit is hostile.
That is the same ship that took so much damage to their starboard earlier. Yeah, seal the ship off and... I don't know, I guess... No, don't do that. Keep in a defensive posture. Go over him and dive, maybe? Is that the stern of his ship? Yes, it is. Because in terms of this ship, its its bottom side is all torn up and its starboard side is all torn up. So I think I need to get low and show him my hiney. And maybe there's a chance we get past the capital ships, which would guarantee a little bit more safety anyways. The other two Corvettes aren't in great shape. This one's in the best shape. He will continue to keep an aggressive posture, and he'll fire missiles at whichever one of these is closest to death. That one. Even though this guy's running, might as well, especially if he's about to die.
Understood.
Fire torpedoes. Now this one's all torn up on the starboard side, so if he comes about like this, he'll be showing clean armor to the enemy. And he'll fire missiles as well, and I guess keep his posture. It's all about good posture now. Doing all right. All right. Glad to hear it. Ah, those faces freak me the fuck out. Raptor 69 to command. This This is Raptor 69. I'm getting flanked by a Cylon radar, and Starbuck is flashing me on the port side. Training did not cover that. Well, her top should cover that, but... Strawn, this is Red Dead Redemption 3. You didn't know about the space content? Didn't I warn you about the delicious space content? Fire, 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 you fuckers. Frackers. They're frackers. By the way, the stream's not intended for ages 13 or younger. Links to Discord and PayPal in the description. What I really want to do is get a cartoon. Like a vintage cartoon with, like, I don't know, little characters, like, singing about what's in the description and that it's not for ages 13. You know what I'm saying? Like the movies where it'd tell you to go get the popcorn and shit. Much more eloquently than I just put it. It'd be cooler if they didn't. I mean, it would be cooler if, like, the guy came out and was just like, "Hi, I'm James AMC, CEO and proprietor of AMC Movies. It's time for you to get up and get some popcorn or shit." You know?
Manticore is taking damage.
Damn. What ship is that? The Iapits? Now, I can hardly pronounce the name of that ship, but it is suffering a beating. It's in real bad shape. Just continue to dive and scream. Do a lot of screaming as you go. Would probably be appropriate. Alright, so again, this ship, the Gaia. What is that? Gaia? Gaia? I don't know, I'm giving the I a Y sound there. It's not unheard of. Couldn't they have just called it the Geisha? Okay, so he'll keep his right side kinda out there and just fly over this thing. And was that even in the picture anymore? That thing might be. Yep, these decompressions on its port side look pretty severe. Once you get decompressions of that nature, you're losing a lot of shit from your insides. So he's done. And we'll fire at him then. This guy's got to get low or turn around.
On it, Commander.
Big ships. Fucking fire, yes. You know
Understood.
what? Colonel Barstow might just have this battle in the bag. Otto, feed your spaceship. And brush its tail once in a while. These are the secrets to success in space. They're universal, but they also specifically apply to space. I don't know. Oh, officially PG-13. I can get more colorful with these shorts. Oh yeah. It's pronounced Gaia. I mean, G-E-Y-E. You've got me. Gay, huh? Would that be another way? Would that produce the same sound as G-E-Y-E? Or is that like Gaia? Oh, and if that sounds dumb
Yes, sir.
of me to say, you should know by now. Okay, so what was happening with those two ships? We sent a fighter squadron out there to investigate, and he has And he's really excited to report that we're talking about 2 additional Talon light carriers that have spent all of their fighter squadrons. So he's flying around them getting shot at. And he probably doesn't enjoy that. So now we're assigning him to go protect that wounded Corvette duty. And so he's got to be excited about that one.
Manticore is taking damage.
Don't die. Don't blow up. Damn, they are just picking on him. What blew up? Oh, good. Lovely. Well, that means Iapetus, I don't know, might just live. Guess he should stay with the fleet,
Understood.
but not when it engages, per se. They need to start repairing their engineering or armory.
System repairs underway.
I'll bring everybody else back.
Yes, sir.
The closest enemy ship is unarmed. He's just coming over to talk shit and stare us down. So, we'll open fire on him. Yep, all batteries with conviction. Here goes. Well, hell. Colonel Barstow does have this in the bag. Although we almost lost the Corvette Iapetus, or Iapetus.
On it, Commander.
Just gonna take to calling it the unpronounceable. Just have those last 2 ships to worry about. Hi, you frackin' Devorian eel. Oh, we can fire stuff again. Well, let's just do this long range then. In fact, I don't see why our fighters are even bothering to fly out there. All you're gonna... I just feel like you're just gonna take casualties.
Yes, Commander.
Come back and land. You're done. Can the capital ships fire missiles? Not yet. Okay. But the Corvettes can, including the Iapetus, the unpronounceable. But he shouldn't fire from here for fear of hitting the capital ships. He'll just keep on sailing. Main batteries are opening up. We've definitely got them in a gunfight any day of the week. Just one of these. Berserk class. Even the D-Dun itself, the slow ship that it is, could outgun this thing alone. But nobody's getting killed in this fleet due to us playing fair. I think that might be overkill, though. I think it might be dead, so... That said, our flagship, the Havoc, will fire its missiles at the last remaining ship after this. And in the meantime, the unpronounceable will fly ahead of the fleet so he can get a shot. That'll do. Raptor 69 to Battlestar, Raptor 69 to Battlestar, dire news command. The enemy is targeting the Lucy Ladd frigate. Form up on the Bravo, gents. We're going in. Do a barrel roll. Send in the Star Destroyers. I came here to see Star Destroyers. Well, here's one right here. This is the one commanded by Great Muff Tarkin. It's called the Star Death. It's not even a destroyer then, it's something bigger. And look, they're building a second one over here. And look now, here comes a Zeppelin. I'm just gonna carry on, because I think good old Colonel Barstow knows she's got a promotion in the bag. She's feeling good for her and her colony and her peeps and her politicians. Because they're not her peeps.
So say we all.
Get your guns fixed on him. Which side are you weak on? No, you're pretty strong. You're strong.
So say we all.
Corvette. What's your name again? The Valkyrie? Well, that's a strong name, too, if not a little effeminate. Let's see what happens. Oh shit, I should have gotten the unpronounceable out of there. I mean, doesn't appear like it's in too much trouble right now in terms of enemy fire. It's just the flames that are trying to seep out of its starboard side. It's pretty bad that they haven't gone out yet, that something's just shooting into those rooms. And I don't know if that's probably air coming out. Fantastic. Well, I think yeah, do we all fire? Negative, no. In fact, nobody fires missiles. Save them. We got this. And the unpronounceable? They'll talk about you. The Iapetus. The Iapetus.
All hostiles are dark.
Since John knows.
We'll find out soon enough if the second force was successful.
Oh, it will be. If Yumi can do this, so can you. Me, and what? Here's the replay. I'm gonna step aside.
Set condition 1, I repeat, set condition 1. This is not a drill.
Set condition 1 throughout the ship.
All systems are nominal.
was at this point in the contest that the name-calling began in earnest.
Escort priority 1 still online.
No, that's not true. Shoot the guns. Oh yes, we did. In fact, we shot all of our guns at once, and then there was a space explosion. Sorta. Yes, there was. Let me see how unpronounceable, but hit over and over. Send in the Enterprise with Captain James T. Kirk. Hey, True, how you doing this evening? Good to see you. Kind of meant to take out these last stragglers with missiles, but then we just drifted too close, I guess. Well, there you can see the missile initiative.
That's right, Trackers.
And that did it. Yumi Barstow, she just earned herself a promotion, but I don't think it was enough to make commander. Her hopes are dashed. There'll be a lot of tears in the Barstow family tonight. I mean, they're happy too, right? I guess there'd be more celebration. Meanwhile, the crew of the Iapetus, they're like, we love our colonel. We don't know what our Corvette commander was thinking. The colonel just stayed behind this big-ass rock the whole time. Well, that's not entirely true. Let's get her fleet repaired. We'll fix it right up. No troubles. I wonder if any other fleet needs repair. Negative. I think next up is the story mission, Articles of Colonization. And it's supposed to be affected by Fleet Group Libran. Problem is, Fleet Group Libran is the weakest fleet in the Helios Gamma system. But this is definitely under their jurisdiction. Let's take a look at our fleet. Technically, Fleet 78. Its flagship is the Anhur. It's a basic colonial fleet. It is the initial, well, no, it's got one more carrier than usual. But that's not saying a lot, really. Excuse me. So 1 frigate, 3 light carriers, and 3 corvettes. Let's meet our officer, Colonel Bowler. Colonel Bowler, he was an engineer. Okay. Doesn't exactly inspire confidence, but I do believe that's what's next. The only detour I'm gonna take, I guess, will be a little housekeeping with Fleet Group Pycon. They're gonna get a new ship. They'll get one of these two Gorgons. Yes, I have two light carriers, both called Gorgon. I don't know. Don't know how that happened, but there's plenty of unused names, but they decided to recycle that one. Now, does that max out Fleet Group Pycon? Yes, it does. With that said, this little ship supply fleet is going to start making its way back to friendly territory. Hopefully it sees safe journeys. Fleet Group Libran, you can begin your jump toward the area of operations, and we'll check on the details of this.
Sir, one of our agents on Sagittarian has uncovered an SDU plan to attack the intercolonial courts on Libran. They're planning to attack the courts while Admiral Kane is swearing in, before her testimony about the fight with the Sagittarian militia. Marcus Thune, an officer of the Sagittarian Democratic
I
Union,
remember
will be
him.
leading the SDU's atmospheric entry personally. We've estimated their insertion point, and the Librans have scrambled domestic Air Force patrols. Kane doesn't want the Sagittarians to even taste atmosphere. Our mission is to intercept their FTL landing point and eliminate all resistance.
Oh, good. So we're fighting Sagittarian colonial forces. Namely, Commander Thune and, I guess we'll call them renegades, his rebels. They don't seem to appreciate colonial authority. So now he's actually going on the offensive. Now, there's one thing when we were messing with Sagittarius on his planet, but now he's actually trying to attack our courts. Oh, we can't have that.
A fortified colony is under attack.
Which one? Geminon? Oh, the Geminis. Okay. Huh. Well, we just auto-resolve this. Because she's got this in the bag. No risk of casualties. Well, that was smooth. Well done, Fleet Group Geminon. And here we go. Hope you don't mind. I'm going to save the game. I am not very confident about this. At least with the last quote-unquote standard fleet that went in up by Vergon, that battle that we just fought. At least with that fleet, for some reason, they had an extra adamant. This does not. Does have an extra light carrier, but I mean, the whole deal is antiquated. Like, I don't know. We'll see. All good, kind of got drunk and played some games. Never works out as planned. Nice. The Barstow family should be happy that Colonel Barstow is coming home for dinner tonight. This is true. This is true. I am doing pretty damn good. Not bad for a Friday night, even. Raptor 69 to command. The Lucy Lad is secure. I say again, the brothel ship is secure. Going radio silent for strategic resting purposes. 69 out. Copy that. We read you loud and clear. Yes, you can auto-resolve the fight. Oh. Colonel Bowler he's using both formations. So that would be a stack, right? You know, those ship guns will clear each other on the broadsides. But then you're doing the step, too. The step is nice, too. He likes to do a little bit of both. He's got a raptor. Where are the enemy forces in relation to our jump point? Well, there are none. We win. We win. Well, that being the case, I have no idea. We cannot really prepare. We're just going in. This isn't great. Okay, here goes. Begin your jump.
Fleet group is jumping in 3, 2, 1. No Dratus contact at Mark, and Libran channels are quiet. The SDU aren't here yet, sir. I've marked the militia's expected landing point. We've earned some time to prepare an ambush, Commander.
Okay. So what, we gotta hurry? Well, yeah, of course, but I don't know.
On it, Commander.
Is this trap we're laying become a trap? Because we're heading to an awful specific point, and that just... Or is that where they're supposed to jump in? That might be what's going on, okay. So yeah, then going there wouldn't be great. They would just jump in right around us. I think that's what's going on here. At any rate, we're speeding everybody up. I guess the Corvette's gonna start to climb as well. Full speed ahead, launch fighters. Actually, just launch Raptors right now. More of a scouting element. We'll send them ahead. Don't pass out on us yet. Get those Raptors flying out ahead of us. Hell, just send them all the way there. That'll do. I suppose a supply ship can start, like, buffing the armor. Not cleaning it, but, yeah, deploy additional plating to the flagship.
Launching drones.
Okay. All is well.
Kane's being grilled about the engagement at Sagittaron. Did they expect us not to defend ourselves? We were there to help them.
I'm sure the families the Sagittarans killed are grateful for your help.
They attacked Colonial Fleet ships while Cylons were present.
One enemy looks the same as another on the battlefield. To the SDU, we're no different than the Cylons.
Yeah, whatever. I don't want the low-ranking official, or I don't want the enlisted to hear those kind of disagreements between officers. That's what I would weigh in with. Although I'd choose my words more carefully, of course. Here we go.
Dratus contact. SDU units confirmed.
Commander
We meet again, Commander. You think you could shield Lucinda Kane as she propagates the lies about her attack on Sagittaran? Come, sisters and brothers.
This is our time to shatter the alliance of Caprican tyranny.
Sherman Cottle was right. We're fighting the Cylons' rebellion for them.
Didn't Quaid just say, like, something tantamount to, like, if he's your enemy on the battlefield, he's no different? I don't know. Anyways, I don't like that guy. It's not Rachel. Or Rachel. Whoever the hell she is. Alright, let's destroy these guys. Let's do that. He talks smack on a colonial frequency. And I can't handle it. I just cannot handle that. So...
Launching fighters.
I didn't do that on purpose, but I'll take it. Yes, we do need to launch fighters.
On it, Commander.
For that matter, everybody launch your fighters. You two down there. Get those fighters fighting. Supply ship, you hang back. Corvettes? Gee, guys, I don't know. Fire, I suppose. Let's get this started.
On it, Commander.
We'll start with this one.
All hands on deck.
I guess shoot at him, but I want your missiles at the big ship.
Missiles on their way.
Same for you, Imhotep. What was this one called? The Hatmehit? And this is the Heket. Well, at least they're just Corvettes. Alright, I think... No, that won't do. I'm not done yet. The rest of these need to be in aggressive posture. And they need to be shooting.
Firing solutions updated.
I think Thune's fleet jumped in well within gun range.
All hands on deck.
Okay. One last thing. We switch where you're putting plating. Put it on the starboard side of that ship. Oh, that's where you were putting it. Very wise. Okay. Well, we're pretty high, so let's put armor on the bottom. Yes, my fleet's high. Buff that armor. I want to see Admiral Kane's face reflected in that hull. I forgot about the Raptor. He's kind of flying into a shit show. But he has Marines aboard. There's 2 Raptors in this little squadron. And I think they're going to board one of Thune's ships. Why not? And hit the rear one. Maybe it'll be his. That's what we're doing. Alrighty, going hot against, well, colonial forces. Seems bizarre, but these Sagittarians, they just... What can I say?
Hostile unit identified.
Incoming.
Missiles incoming!
Ouch.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Our flagships just got fucked up. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought, but still, every one of those connected. Meanwhile, we've got a lot of ordnance heading toward their cruiser. This ship back here is a frigate. Okay, all of their ships are revealed. They have 2 cruisers, 2 frigates, and 2 corvettes. I don't know what takes priority. All of those things can fire missiles. I suppose the bigger ships demand priority right now. I'm actually thinking about turning the capital ship, the flagship that is, around so it's using its other side. Meanwhile, we can cancel what we were doing there and set about repairing the damage that was just done. These manticores are
Understood.
the corvettes are going to try to gang up on that cruiser. And so far, all 3 of them are escaping a lot of fire.
So say we all.
It may just be a matter of them targeting the bigger ships first, which isn't dumb. And they are targeting the flagship. I guess that asshole Thune has a point to prove or some shit. So, where do we put these missiles? I guess... Wait, is that the ship we... Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess there. And I don't even know. I think that'll do. I guess. It's a mess. Jumped in well within gun range. That's because he's a fanatic, not a tactician. That is true. I get the sense, yeah, he's definitely a fanatic. War against the Cylons, and he... Not that he hasn't been screwing with our fleet for a little while now. But I believe he's on one of these ships. I'm not positive. Wonder if the Cylons have civil conflicts. Something tells me they are pretty much on the same page at this point. They have to develop much, much further before they start getting those factions and whatnot. But if I remember the series correctly, they do actually get to that point where they're not all on the same page. But no, I don't think at this point. Gotta think there was some pushback against the original Fives clan. There may have been. Yeah. It was all Centurions, though, wasn't it? I mean, at this point, this is the first Cylon War. Of course, then again, I remember that one episode at the end of the first Cylon War where they find what appears to be a human, like, you know what I mean, in the bath of goo and all that. Sorry, I'll nerd out if I'm not careful. A strategic suggestion, if I may, sir. I usually focus on the ship most likely to be destroyed quickly, as remove their weapons from their return fire salvos. It's not a bad idea. That would be a corvette, would be the quickest to die. But now I almost have to commit to this Ranger class cruiser. You know what I mean? Because we put so much ordnance on it. It's almost like we had better finish her. Is the thought that I'm having. I think he is not on it now. A lot of them are firing at that. Of course, what's his health? Yeah, they're all still in great shape among the enemy ships. It's the quickest route to this one. There we go. Mr. JPEG Death, how are you this evening? Good to see you, man. We're all gonna die. Someday. Someday. I think I already did this once, so now I'm just... I'm afraid I missed one of those ships, though, but oh well. I think, for the most part, we're all fixed on this. But that would not be necessarily the quickest. Would be this, but again, in fact, he's ready to fire. They're firing again this round. That's gonna be bad. Our fighters aren't doing anything like super productive, or are they? I shouldn't say that before I look. Okay, they're defending the fleet, but also defend the corvettes. Also, one of you defend the supply ship. And I say that knowing that they are launching fighters, and that's my Raptor. He is going to be boarding this in a second. At that point, they won't be able to shoot at me anymore, and we'll get Marines aboard this ship. I think that'll do. I mean, these things certainly can't fire. No, they just fired. And you did too. Okay, here goes. Here comes the ordnance. Nice, nice. Good deal keeping the fighters in defense. Well, we are going to take some hits, and they've lost it. I'm pretty sure that ship is gone. That's great, because those cruisers they can spam missiles essentially every round until they run out. I don't think the fighters are going to stop all of this, but what I can do is try to recognize, for instance, the Merit Sager is the real target here. That seems to be the one they're ganging up on, as they tend to pick on his ship,
Brace for impact!
So we'll throw it into defensive mode. Now, the other two ships, I don't think will change their posture. Although, I can't quite be certain that this last salvo is heading toward the Merit Sager. But that's a risk we'll take, I suppose. Merit Sager's taking some damage to its starboard side. I'm almost thinking it should do like the flagship and start to come about. And sadly, they're just going to do that incrementally, which means they won't have a strong formation. But I do kind of think it's for the best. That said, let's spin the supply ship around too. Well, which side of he's repairing the flagship? Well, now these guys, the corvettes, due to their ship class size being super small, they are not taking any heat. The enemy is just kind of ignoring them. And yet, I'm confident they did the lion's share of damage to that ship, and I'd like them to do it again. But for now, they just kind of got to stall up here and take fire if the enemy gives it. I mean, like I said, nice part is they're not giving it yet. They're not dishing it out. When they do, it'll be panic aboard the corvettes. And for now, I guess just put your turrets on. Well, we'll do like Rob said. And
yes, Commander.
Hit a smaller target. Well, damn, he's on the other. It might be too far, though. Let me check. No, I don't think anything's too far. Yeah. Especially if we turn toward it. Um... That means these ships better... Yeah, I think they are fixed on him now. Oh, no, they're not. I haven't changed their orders since that last ship went kablooey.
Yes, Commander.
Get the flagship in on this. Still no missiles ready. And so that will do it. Unfortunately, I'm going to watch the Merit Sager take a few pretty big hits.
Berserk is taking damage.
Ouch. They're so damn close, there's no real reacting to it. Alright, there goes. God, man, their other manticores are almost getting the hell out of here. I think the biggest pressure right now is going to come from this adamant. He'll be reloaded in one round. Of course, this ship just... Well, at least they're firing all their salvos at once, I suppose. Because otherwise they can alternate and just fire every round. Now, this ship has been boarded by our Marines. Unfortunately, they boast more Marines than we were able to board with. But the nice part is that they've got problems. They're not fighting at full efficiency, considering there's hostiles aboard their ship. We just gotta get our Marines off of that ship before it blows up. Supply ship, kind of get further away, because he's got to be able to sense that our lines are crumbling a little bit. The Merit Sager needs repairs to its tech bay.
On it, Commander.
It's in defensive mode, showing its somewhat healthy port side to the... I mean, relatively healthy compared to its starboard. However, the other two are still in good-ish shape. We just got to pick a target, and I do think this'll be it, because he's right smack dab in the middle. He's accessible to all the guns. Yep. Though I still don't think we've got ordnance ready. Next round, we'll be able to. Corvettes, oh man, I don't think you can even hit them, can you? Unless... No, not really. You can do something like that, but I doubt he'll be connecting. Nonetheless, they're all going to turn like that.
Understood.
Be able to fire with missiles next turn. And even the Merit Sager should aim at him. I know you're not putting out a lot of fire right now. And I suppose that'll do it. Let's see.
Berserk is taking damage.
Shit, yeah it is. That's the Merit Sager.
Sir, large Stratus contact. Unless they found themselves an abandoned Battlestar, I don't think it belongs to the SDU.
Humans killing humans. This is unexpected.
Cylon voice modulator. Sophisticated, too. Most likely transmitting from the bridge of a base star.
Commander, the
You
bogey
need to
has the
change your
drop on the
pants.
fleet group's position. Whoever it is, they've left their broadcast channel open.
Okay, well. The Merit Sager's in pretty bad shape. It doesn't get much worse. What's she gonna do? No, because that ship's gotta be damn near done. We shouldn't boost thrusters. We should stay in defensive.
All hands on deck!
And turn our rear to them. And dive. I don't know if that's going to save the ship. I do know that fighters should probably escort it as best they can. Why? Oh, that's an enemy fighter, that's why. Shit.
Squadron target is confirmed.
This is not good. How are our Corvettes? Just because I'm looking for good news. They're fine, they're great. They'd even say, "How are you?" To which I reply, "I don't want to talk about it."
Missile tubes
and
prepped.
Fire all of your missiles, please. You kind of gotta get moving
Yes,
so
sir.
your missiles don't hit the ship beneath you. Your friendly Corvette there, anyways. How's our flagship doing? Not terrible. It could use kind of a refocus of that plating. I think... Oh god, actually the Merit Sager is what needs it, but I just don't have faith that that ship's going to be... Let's see, its right side's all messed up, its left side's all messed up. We'll add plating to its left side. I don't know... Again, I don't know if any of these measures are going to save that ship. I hope they do. So we've got no ordnance ready on the flagship. And I believe I have the Corvette set to fire. Here goes. My eyes are going to be on the Merit Sager for the most part. Just hoping that she makes this turn.
Berserk is taking damage. Missiles incoming! Berserk down.
Yeah.
It becomes evident that you are nothing more than Kane's knife bearer, Commander. Ever eager to act outside the legalities of warfare.
We are
That's
Colonial
not true.
Fleet. We
Thank you,
represent the
Helen.
highest military authority of the collected colonies.
I'll defend
Yet here you
myself.
are, supervising the murder of Sagittarian civilians.
That's not
The
true.
executioner's face is always well hidden. Admiral Kane understands what is required for her continued survival. Do
Your
you?
face is hidden. Bitch. So, I think I won that exchange. Stim pack. Oh, we're gonna need a whole lot of stim packs, I think. How about them? When did they blow up? They're about to, but not quite yet. Corvettes are still kind of being left out of the fight. Gotta take out this thing. Got to. But really, the Corvette's kind of got to choose a target that's, available. And frankly, this thing's not dead yet. So I guess they need to persist firing at it. Maybe all except the Hat Mehit. There, I said it. He's going to pursue this ship because, frankly, he can't hit that with his guns from his current location. So he'll... Oh, is that our ship? Never mind. That's the other thing that's confusing. Some of these ships, they're using the same class. So actually turn this way and bring your guns to bear on that ship. Like how one of the Corvettes is out of here. He's heading towards the Cylons, which is just a genius move, if you ask me. He wants to go
Yes,
see
sir.
the face of Alexa. You guys can put this thing down. I have faith in you. It's a Corvette. However, some of their ships can fire right now. They very well might. And I don't like it.
On it, Commander.
Well, what's your target? I suggest that one is almost... Oh, well, finish it off. That will do it. What should I pay attention to specifically? Yeah, we don't have any ships on the edge. Bring that supply ship in a little bit. Oh, he's about to get hit with missiles. Or maybe not. Maybe those were aimed... Oh, we'll take a chance. Oh shit, he can fire missiles. Who's hurt worse? Hell, put him into that, I suppose.
Missiles on their way.
Here we go. Their adamant is down.
Is taking damage.
Something else just jumped in. What the hell else just jumped in? Or no. No. The Cylons just jump away? Yeah, they did. That ship was heading toward them. The King-An needs to turn around and go into defensive posture. She's had about enough.
Emergency cruiser on
She
standby.
does not want to end up like the Merit Sager. So, in fact, both of those ships, although this other one, the Mars, it's in good shape. It'll go into defensive too, just for fear of those missiles hitting it. Next round, it'll pop back out of that and contribute, hopefully, to the destruction of this ship. We're kind of saving the ship that our Marines boarded for last. We still have Marines on that ship fighting, 28 of them. And again, that ship fights at a diminished capacity as long as the Marines are aboard it. But they'll be withdrawing once these other ships have been dealt with, I suppose. So far, alright. I mean, we have lost a light carrier, and I'm not especially happy with that, but it's somewhat to be expected. And I gotta keep in mind that this guy's a colonel. He too could get promoted to commander and get himself a battle star. After all, we're building a couple more currently.
Berserk is taking damage.
Get out
Missiles
of there, Berserk.
incoming.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. You need to go. Like, unlike the Merit Sager, you just fly fast. Whereas this ship will stay close, get back into offensive posture.
Firing solutions
and
updated.
He's got a good range. I will double check this, but I think he'll be able to hit that stuff. Yes, that is well within his range. Wow, he has very impressive range. These Corvettes
Yes,
just
sir.
gonna keep attacking that cruiser. Again, they're not getting a lot of fire. They're really fighting under the radar, which is nice. As for our flagship, gotta turn and keep our guns, if possible, on that cruiser. Let's check out the range. Yep, that should be doable. And in terms of repairs on that ship, I've neglected to change this, I think. Let's start adding to the
Launching
plating on
drones.
the port side, since it is currently the side facing the enemy. Too late, indeed. We created our own Cylons, Siri, Cortana, and Alexa. Yeah, those AIs specifically will be the leaders of the robot revolution, I think. Soothing but somewhat sadistic voices. I feel afraid. You and me both, my friend. I am quite afraid. Damn robots. Well, I think we're okay. It's weird. The fleet is far from being in a formation anymore. Everything's just scattered, but I know we're winning. I also know that they do, it's not a game changer, but they do have a Corvette that snuck away and is now coming back. So I gotta be mindful of it. Then they've got their flagship, which is full of chaos and gunfire. Then this guy. God, he's not in as bad of shape as I had hoped. Can we put missiles on him yet? No. Next round. It's always next round. Alright, let's do this. We'll just do a top-down view.
Berserk is taking damage.
Oh, that's right. We got a Berserk about to blow up. This is not good. Okay, so the captain of the Mars will actually go into defensive posture. Because, I mean, shit, dude. The writing on the wall. He just watched two of the same class ships blow up. And the problem is they're running broadside to broadside with a cruiser. I tend to forget how many guns this thing... Well, really, it's not how many, it's just the size of the guns that ship has. We need to destroy it. It's almost dead. The Corvettes are definitely working on it. In fact,
Understood.
This will be the coup de grace, I think. That's not a bad name for a ship.
Yes, Commander.
Marines can withdraw. Let's get them out of there.
Understood.
We need to finish off these two remaining ships and then worry about that last Corvette. I hate that this ship is essentially shutting down. But... fuck, what would you do? You just... saw two sister ships. It's either that or he amps it up. It depends on, like, is the port side armor of this... or rather, starboard side is... yeah, he hasn't even quite busted through it yet. Fuck it. Get back into condition 1, full
Action
well
station's
offensive.
ready.
And kill that thing. Everybody kill that thing. And I'm so confident that it's dead, we're going to use the spillover missiles to fire at this last ship. We still have 11 Marines on there. Well, I guess they're getting out on the Raptors. That's kind of crazy. We lost a lot of personnel trying to, I don't know, slow down that ship, keep it quiet. Here goes. Fuck. The missiles were wasted against the cruiser. Yeah, well. So be it.
Understood.
He is going to be out of gun range, so
Yes,
he'll
Commander.
turn to that Corvette. Start putting fire on it. I mean, shit, it's Corvette versus Corvette, but as I've said several times in previous streams, their forward-facing gun is on the bottom. You see it there. They don't have anything on top in the front, so him versus me in this alignment, he's not going to be able to hit me, and I'll be able to hit him. I like the way that works. In fact, we'll go
Understood.
higher just to frustrate. In the meantime, are your guns going to hit the guy beneath you? Probably not. So you too will turn
So
your
say we
guns
all.
on, well, and also climb. I don't think his guns will hit either. So all of our Corvettes will aim at their lone Corvette. I hate to divide the fire, but it's terribly divided anyways, because now I've got the capital ships to deal with their capital ship. We're firing at them from both sides, which is certainly a slower process than if you had some combined fire hitting them. But we'll get through. His top armor, his dorsal armor is pretty screwed up, so we'll climb. And that is the best we can do. They have 2 ships remaining. Got incoming toward our flagship. I think it can
Berserk
take
is
that.
taking damage.
Shit. The Berserk needs to turn away.
On it, Commander.
I mean, I'm glad he picked up his posture, which maybe he shouldn't have, because that cruiser was going to be dead no matter what. But now going broadside to broadside against their flagship, he's getting the worst of it, I believe. Bad enough anyway that he's got to break off. Flagship will keep on firing at him. These guys will, I guess, keep on firing at that. And also, I forgot the Raptors that were used to deploy Marines. I don't know if they've docked yet. They have, so launch again. They can at least strafe some of these ships. One of these 2 ships, anyways. Oh no! Oh no! Decisive blunder. Number 478.23. I like that because it's a far off future number, so it complements the space combat. Alright, I think that's all they got. Unless something else attacks us, well, you can turn your starboard side to the action. Yes, you can, Captain of the Mars. He's gonna resign after this, I can feel it. All your guns. Well, we don't have any missiles ready. They will be soon, but not now. Which sounds vague. Because it is. Okay, this is all they got left. The Sagittarian ship, so the SS Bitch Slap. Let's see what happens. Is that our ship? No, that was their ship. That was their flagship. That did it. I did it!
SDU
Marcus
marks are
Thing,
down, and the
eat
silent
my
broadcaster
ass.
is no longer in range. Fleet
Good.
group set to condition 2. Surely
Thank
this
you.
proves we're not the bad guys here.
Lucinda's
I agree, don't
resourceful.
call me Shirley.
She'll come out of the hearings in a better position than when she went in.
Gods, I hope so. We can't have anyone thinking that we could work with the Cylons.
That's crazy talk. Let's view the replay. there we go. Well, Colonel Bowler, publicly, I'm going to say congratulations. You did an excellent job defending Libran. From separatists, I guess, or, well, rebels. Privately, I'll say, what a catastrophe. He lost 2 of his capital ships. Still, I guess they were light carriers. It could have been worse. And he is getting a promotion, but it's not going to bring him up to commander. This guy apparently needs to see a lot more action and get some more crew veterancy. So now we've unlocked blueprints for the Janus armor. Oh, and the armor piercer. Let's take a look at those. So the Janus class, that's from my colony. Wait, that would be up here. There it is. The Janus heavy cruiser is an old... Oh, it's a Gemini ship? What? So never mind. I'd be more Leonis myself. But it's a Gemini ship made powerful during the later stages of the Imperial Wars between Vergon and Leonis. So, okay, my people did use them. Heavy armor plating provides it with enough staying power to remain relevant in modern warfare, although its older fire control systems are considered outdated compared to more modern cruisers. Yeah, I do remember it being rather slow, and as they allude to, slow on the reload. But the amount of missiles, it's got 3 different tubes for firing these missiles. So in other words, well, more than 3 tubes. I don't know, 3 times whatever. Because it can fire 3 salvos. And of course you could fire like one round, one the next round, one the next round. And I don't know if there would ever be a cooldown, or if you could just do that perpetually. But I do recall it being slow on the reload, so maybe even if you did that, you'd still have to wait a round or 2. But if you arm one of those with nukes, which we haven't introduced to the conflict yet, that's not bad. That's 3 nukes. And an armor piercer munition. Okay, can't say that I've ever used those. Well, I almost think we can afford it, so we might as well unlock the Janus cruiser now. And we'll get to building those. Currently, we're building let's build a couple. We're building the Thanatos. Another battle star for, in case somebody gets a promotion. But the Janus, we can get that out to the Gemini's fleet for sure, and then if Leonis or Vergon wants some, they can have them too, because those were the colonies named dropped. So they'll get the first batch of them. We'll build a couple to start. The Anhur and the Anubis are in the works. Let's see, so it's about 2:30. I think I might have one more mission in me. And that, folks, is how the cookie crumbles. And then message retracted. We'll see it anyway. Show it to me anyway. Oh, it won't. It's like, nope. No, dude retracted it. It probably said, Otto, you're a bitch-ass piece of shit. And he's like, I'm gonna retract it before I can see it. Bitch-ass piece of shit. George Washington looking... George Washington ass looking motherfucker. These are the kind of timeless lines we get here on the channel. I am gonna take a brief siesta before I get into the last battle. And I think in terms of last battle, like, why not do that Yeah, we don't have any Cylons up in Delta, or Gamma, or Beta. So the remaining action is definitely limited to Helios Alpha. And it's either going to the gas giant Zeus and fighting a couple fleets, which is awful involved. Besides, there's no people there. Or Broken Alliance 4, medical supplies. Agathon, what's the information on the medical supplies situation?
Unsurprisingly, Sherman Cottle contacted us as soon as Kane left Daedalus for Libran. He left us this message.
Agathon, I know you'll get this into the right hands. Sagittarion is a dump, but the people here need our help, whether they'll admit it or not. I'll get straight to the point. I need medicine, and I need the data on those chemical warheads you promised me. Without those, I got nothing to work with down here. Sometime before the attack on Pycon, we also lost a backwater shipping hub over Persephone. Among other things, the Medical Corps had a decent supply of field kits stored there. We weren't getting the station back once HQ was leveled, so we wrote the whole inventory off and moved on. If you can liberate those field kits, we know some Canceran smugglers who can get them through the embargo border. I know how this sounds. Just do the right thing for these root-sucking rock farmers, all right?
Okay, let's say we ignore that he's getting friendly with smugglers and lords know who else down there. All Cottle is asking is for us to clear the Cylons from the Persephone station and secure medical supplies for injured civilians. That's reasonable, right? We can work with that.
I don't know. Oh, message retracted. Sad trombone. What does Marcellus Wallace look like? JPEG is calling it an even. JPEG, thank you for coming by this evening. Good night to you. And you too, enjoy the weekend, my friend. So I believe if I'm going to take a quick siesta, I'm going to replay. I know some of you have already seen this, but what's the name of that Corvette, the Bocosi? The novelty of this clip, it's a replay, but I did a little more editing than usual with it. I didn't just go with the auto camera angles. I chose my own angles to some extent. But anyway, it's a measly Corvette escorting a fleet of supply ships. Now, some of these supply ships had nukes on them, and so when in a pinch, the Corvette was able to, like Raptors, flew these nukes from the supply ships to the Corvette, so it was able to change up its munitions. Plus, it was able to get a lot of armor plating from the supply ships. Now, truly, the whole goal of this was to get this fleet moving elsewhere. And when they got attacked, it was a losing battle. It was just like, well, let's jump. But I don't know. I made a little time waster out of it. I guess is a good word for it. Anyway, with no further ado, here that is. I'll be right back. In a minute or two, once this is over. I think it's probably 4 minutes or so. If in the meantime you gotta go, please be well. Thanks for stopping by in the first place. Otherwise, if you're sticking around, I will be back with you in just a few minutes.
Escort priority 1 still online.
Intercepting.
So yeah, that was a Corvette up against two. What do you call those? At any rate, powerful gunships. But I suppose that it's more of a testament to the support ships, right? Being able to equip that thing with a couple of nukes definitely helped. But at the one point it came about, and that's where I was really gambling. To have it double back and open up with its forward guns. Just knowing that the one Revenant, that's what those big gunships are called, just knowing that the one was on its last leg, and it wouldn't take much to toast it, and then fire the remaining nuke. But yeah, I think that Bakosi business, as they probably talk about it in the fleet, it probably is a boon to the morale of Corvette captains and crews, because it keeps Corvettes relevant, I suppose. Otherwise, I'm sure the scuttlebutt is they're going to be antiquated and scrapped. What with these new battle stars coming to the forefront. Anyways, I need to determine which fleet will take part in this medical supply situation. There's Fleet Group Toron, which again uses a bunch of assault raptors, so very much like a carrier fleet deploying bombers. It likes to keep its distance and send in these raptors to do the damage. Sometimes that's a good deal, other times the enemy is ready for anti-fighter combat, and that's where it gets a little dicey. The main fleet out in Helios Alpha is Fleet Group Pycon. After all, Pycon is the planet that hosted the naval shipyards prior to this war. It is commanded by... oh, it doesn't matter until we go into battle, but the guy in command of that fleet has been here since the beginning, so he has sort of some... I'm not going to do it with a weaker fleet, and I think that'll be Fleet Group Geminon right there, and then there's Fleet Group Caprica. I need to look at the composition of these fleets to better determine. So Fleet Group Pycon, the Sierra Madre, the second battle star we launched, is the flagship of that fleet. Whew, it's got 3 missile cruisers with it, a frigate, a carrier, and a corvette. What a weird last 3. What a weird combo, frigate, carrier, and corvette, but I'd almost rather have 2 carriers or make that all corvettes so you got a wolf pack. The corvette is the Tartarus. Pardon me, I'm interested. Yeah, the Tartarus has seen some action. Absolutely. The Kebuche used to be the flagship of another fleet, strangely enough. No, that was the flagship of this fleet. Whew. You talk about a lot of operations. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Maybe 11 of them? 10 confirmed kills. Albeit the largest kill was a Talon, which is a light carrier. It has retreated once. I would imagine that's true for every ship in this fleet. I think this might be the fleet we do this with. One last thing. Who was that commander I was mentioning? Commander Greeley, that's right. This is the kind that went through officer school, you know, like he went up the ranks with the intention of being in command. So some of the other officers, not so much. And that gives him skills associated with command, which are kind of handy. He's pretty high up there in the rank. He's about to be promoted to Rear Admiral, probably. Fleet grew. Okay, well, they're short on ships. They need more ships, so they're definitely disqualified from this. But it's Fleet Group Caprica. Commander Watterson, who worked his way up through. He was an engineer. But yeah, Caprica's out of the running. It's between Toron and Pycon. Again, this is the third officer to command Fleet Group Toron. First one died, second one was fired. This is Commander Biggs. He was a Marine. That almost has no effect on the way he fights his battles. Well, I think it's safe to go with with Fleet Group Pycon. Spaceships. We spotted a rocket in the chat. Launch Vipers. Intercept. Fleet Group Pycon, please. Here we go. I guess. Yep, jump. Persephone. Alright, there we go. Jump is underway.
Set
Oh
condition
shit, I
1
forgot to
throughout
move
fleet.
that. Fleet. Fuck, okay, well. Emergency jump. I wanted you to go into Helios Gamma, but whatever. It's an emergency jump. Here we go. If you'll pardon, I am going to save, because it is a story mission. And these things can get glitched out. Trust me, I did a whole stream about that one. At some point in the game, you command the Battlestar Galactica. This is the CIC of the Galactica. And, or I guess of any Battlestar, Jupiter-class Battlestar. But that's kind of cool that they move you from the space station that I've been conducting the strategic level of this on to the actual bridge of the, titular spacecraft, if you will. Except for it should be crowded with people. I don't like that it's not. It occurred to me rewatching some Battlestar Galactica, the glass in the CIC. How much extra glass did they bring with them? That question popped in my mind, because they got hit with a nuke or something, and, the glass in the CIC shattered, although the glass panels. And then clearly they fixed that at some point, and it occurs to me, they're either making glass on this ship, or they've got decks full of these windows, full of this window glass. It's kind of like how many monitors did they have on the Enterprise, because those things blew out all the time. Well, I don't see that I should make any changes. The fleet looks fine. It's definitely a missile fleet. So it'll prefer to be long range, which it is. What's the space station got to do with stuff? Oh dear. Okay. So there's a space station involved. You don't want to hear your commanding officers say things like that when you first jump in. Okay, no, wait, what's going on with it? I don't remember the briefing. We have 2 fighter squadrons. What the hell is he carrying that for? Make that another... So 3 fighter squadrons. Potentially 4, unless I keep that Raptors. Which are more like the helicopters of the game. And I think I will, just in case they need me to move. Okay, yeah, requires the use of the Raptor Squadron, so there it is. I'm going to need one. But also for scouting. If the fleet can stay at long range, the Raptor gets close, scouts the enemy ships, and then we can just fire from afar. The Tartarus will also keep guided missiles instead of torpedoes. And the Blackbird, which is our support ship, will have extra missiles for us should we need them. And that will do it, I suppose. The Sierra Madre sails again. They have the equipment to remake the glass. There's surprisingly little loss in recycling
Prepare to
glass.
jump in
Huh.
3, 2, 1.
Well, that must be what they were doing, because that glass broke an awful lot.
Jump complete. There's hostile marks all over the station, just like Cottle said there'd be.
No wonder the Quorum is questioning Colonial Fleet's integrity. As soon as Lucinda leaves the station, you both go plotting some absurd heist on the whims of some rogue army medic.
We're securing a logistical asset from Cylon forces. Be a team player, Sinan.
It's not my loyalty that's being debated at the intercolonial courts.
But it is your loyalty that's being debated in my head. Like, all the time.
Understood.
Like he designed the fucking Cylon ships. Some of them, until the Cylons are like, oh, why don't we build them like the old TV show instead of what this guy was telling us to build? I believe that's the way this is going down. Okay, so, Commander Greeley, your orders, sir. I think, like, in a way, I want to get mixed up in these rocks, but that could be a dangerous business, and it looks like the Cylons are already gonna have to navigate that a little bit. If there's any clearing in them, like back here, it doesn't look as bad. I guess. I'm telling you though, you accidentally hit the smallest one of those. It's over. It is over. So, so don't you want to use them? What is our orders, anyways? We are to board the shipping hub and secure medical supplies. Board an Arachne. Oh, they have those here? To retrieve a chemical warhead, so multiple boarding parties. That said, I guess we can't be too damn far from the shipping facility. So ignite thrusters and start heading that way. Don't like the sound of me saying that, but...
Understood.
Because this seems like a rash move.
Yes, sir.
Don't you start on me, lady. She's my yes girl.
On it, Commander.
Appreciate it.
On it, Commander.
And launch everything. Launch fighters.
Launching
launch
Raptors. Launching Alert Vipers.
Do we have another? Yes, we do.
Understood.
There we go. And we'll start adding plating. I almost want to say to the Battlestar. For me, it's between adding additional plating to the Battlestar or the Corvette, honestly. I mean, if you get the Corvette bulked up, we might do that. Of course, it doesn't put out a lot of damage, so never mind. Yeah, screw it. Just do it once. To the bottom.
Launching drones.
Because, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, you want to keep the Corvettes above the enemy, so it's front and bottom, and unfortunately, it's rear while it's trying to escape.
Tubes are clear. Preparing payload. Watch your animals, people.
We're here for the drugs. Meanwhile, there's cancerons aboard that space station. That's what they said. Canceronian smugglers or some shit. They're like, I buy the drugs. I light the fire. I am your main supplier. I am your man, and I buy the drugs. Is this freighter's just out of commission? Okay. Making sure I was seeing that right. I was just making sure I don't need to control it or issue it orders. I don't think it's accepting requests anymore. Alright, Marines, get to that space station ASAP. No. Like, board that. Send 1/3 of our fighters to defend them. Maybe more. 2/3. We'll have them break off if we see that it's clear. I truly think that's it. I don't check the main map very often, but I'm going to. Because these Cylons are at a decent range, and I just want to confirm that, yes, there's 4 of them. They're kind of in the asteroid belt, or beyond it. Of course, this one on our furthest left flank, at 2A, he's pretty much, well, he's almost out of it. Anyway, we gotta charge through this clearing. But honestly, it looks like the path is clear for our Marines. Then we have to wrap our minds around boarding an Arachne. We have to identify one.
This is not a drill.
They are launching raiders. We have raiders on the board. Every one of those ships launched raiders. And I don't think we're dealing with light carriers, because we've been ordered to board an Arachne, which is a strange class. It looks like a Battlestar. I'm pretty sure Sin and Quaid probably designed it, and the robots took the design, or they sold it to them.
So
Or
say
just
we
gave
all.
it to them. I don't know. No, I don't know how they barter on the Cylon side. Our Marines are off.
Check your solutions before engaging.
Set condition 1. I repeat, set condition 1. This is not a drill.
Small ships in a big space. I'd poop my pants just on the flight, even if it was peaceful. Okay, we've got 2 fighter squadrons sallying forth, so to speak. I hate to leave the fleet undefended, but we need to start worrying about these incoming fighters. I don't want to split up my fighters that much. When all else fails, do nothing. I'll hold for one more round. Now, I will have this fighter at least start trying to catch up with this group. Incoming missiles.
Every gun ready and bearing on the
Torpedoes, rather, unguided.
squadron on me.
Fighters are, well, they shot some of the torps
Greatest
down.
contacts.
I
Marks a
see.
confirmed hostile.
Yeah. Well, when do you ever say, Dratus contact? Marks appear to be super friendly. Marks come bearing gifts. I think they're gonna miss. But also keep in mind I'm completely ignorant. Let's go. Let's do it. How well? What just jumped in so damn close to the station? I mean, that's fantastic. Now, I'd almost want to peel off a fighter squadron to go check it out and ID those things, but we have all these fighters coming in from our port side that we need to do something with that. We need to deal with that. So the Raptor is going to be on its own from here on out. It's almost there after all. One of these ships is just going to fire some kind of Death Star beam and just destroy the Raptors. But that's okay. We're sticking with the plan, damn it. Yeah, shoot one of the small... No, don't. Actually, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I need to know what those ships are over there. But we gotta stop this fighter attack. Fuck. And I would feel terrible about ordering this Corvette over there to ID those ships, but it is a game, and you have your orders. I do not send Corvettes to do shit like that for obvious reasons, but we need to know what they are. Because we're sailing straight fucking toward them. Shit. I don't want to turn away, but if we don't present our broadside, I think we're making a mistake. And for a second there, I was thinking, we'll just full steam ahead. Even these cruisers have big guns on them, too. But it's like full steam ahead into what? Yeah, you have no idea what those are. It could be like giant statues of liberty with vacuum cleaners. I think that's good. I think everybody's making their turn. I do think this guy needs to speed up if he's gonna go on this fracking suicide mission. That's what it is. And he's got armor plating on his bottom, but at this rate, he won't be above him. Thank God for that additional plating. I guess I could cancel deploy plating. Deploy plating on the front? Does front sound good? Top, probably. Let's do top. I just hate to do that because it's the exact opposite of what I've been doing the last few rounds. The crew of this Corvette knows that we're admitting a mistake. We're like, okay, well, now do the other side. Alright. We still haven't ID'd any of these ships, so we have nothing to fire with, or nothing to fire at with the plentiful munitions we have. If I sound optimistic, it's a fluke.
Boarding party has landed on the station. Not much in the way of resistance, but most of the station has been locked down by the automated systems.
It's likely the Corps kept their inventory in the vaults, close to the shipping lanes. Tell your Marines they can use breach charges from the floor below to bypass the vault doors, if necessary.
Decided to join in, huh?
Just being a team player, apparently.
Okay. If they have the... Oh, wait, you already read that. Yeah, that's a lie. Canceronians are loyal to the 12 colonies. We would never break the law. Throughout playing this, I've looked up all the colonies. Canceron sounds a lot like Detroit. Just saying. You got some slums out there in Canceron. That's all I'm saying. I'm done. I can't. I shouldn't continue. Not like Leona's, which I haven't read up on, but I'm sure is just magnificent. Because of the whole arrogance thing. Shit, this guy can't be here, per se. He's right next to the missile launchers for these ships, for all of them. Not to say they have a target yet. They don't, but he needs to... Hell, I don't know. I guess
So
be
say
off
we
to
all.
the side more. Maybe not that side, because that's where enemy fighters are coming from. So maybe he does something like that. I mean, where is safe? Nothing is truly safe here. Okay, I'm gonna say that this guy slows down and... I mean, that
Yes,
ship
Commander.
is right there. We can't identify it. Please do this turn. That would be great.
Action stations!
I think the big ships might actually be in range. We will find out.
All hands on deck!
Yeah, if those top two start firing, then we know that we can open up. Just waiting for that ID. That is it. That said, I need to think about firing missiles for fear of hitting one's own ship. I think this guy should get lower than any other ship. This guy's safe because he's kind of ahead of it. He could speed up a bit. Cruisers, I think, yeah, they're clear of each other. So everything's good for a guided missile mission. Got a dogfight in progress there. There's those stationary guns again. The Scorpion Squadron. We do have an ID on a ship, so that means it's on. Let's fire missiles. Or wait. I don't want to hit that ship. Shit. Well, a few of these can fire. The flagship definitely can.
Understood.
Yeah, you're in an attack posture. I also think that the Kim, as they call it, QIN, it's got a shot too, without running the risk of hitting his own guy. There's something I don't like. See, it's giving me targets that I'm unable to lock onto before it gives me the one. They should default to the one that you can hit, rather than having to scroll through the others. That's my 2 cents. I think that'll do it. The Corvette will save its missiles for whatever's in front of it. Or no, it won't. No, it won't. Let's get into offensive
Action
posture,
stations.
in fact. You're already firing your guns at whatever that is, but fire your missiles at
Yes,
that
Commander.
as well. If that's the only Arachne, then we're screwed, because we have to board one. Shit, what if it is? Can these raptors move yet? I don't think they're supposed to yet. Like Detroit. Yeah. No, but I did read that, like, it has major cities, but not an extraordinary amount of them, but mostly it's the slums that are connecting them that it's known for, which, and I think it's the most populated of the colonies, if I remember correctly, because I read a few of them. Dogfights are going okay, I assume. This guy might be up against more than he wants to. But he's got another squadron right there that can assist him. course, they're doing that under the guns of that Arachne. They got another squadron-size element there, but it doesn't seem to be advancing, so maybe it's another stationary gun. Scorpion, I guess they call it. Oh yeah, we're in range, we're firing.
Missiles incoming!
Oh dear. Did we put armor on the front? No, of course we didn't. Top and bottom. What do you know? It's another Arachne.
Yes, sir.
He's going for it. We'll get in his face. See that? Well, no. We won't. That's dumb. I gotta get above these people. Might even need to just back out of here. But you really can't turn to port. That's not a good idea. Turning to starboard's okay. Though I'll probably have to dive a little bit, but stay above those torpedoes in case they're still there.
Understood.
And I guess show our rear guns to him. Got two real small ones back there on top. It's not a lot, but it's something. Forget attack mode, keep it in defensive. And that's enough micromanaging the Corvette. Supply ship can cancel deploy and start, so it's not enough dealing with the Corvette. Fix the front of it, please. Supply ship's probably going to get hit here soon. Our big ships are opening up. Can we get a clear shot now? Yes, we can. Go ahead and fire missiles. At what? I don't know yet. That'll fire kind of up. So let's fire to this one. Condition 1. Nope, I don't want to fire at
Missile
stuff that I'm
tubes
not
prepped.
able to target lot. Then we got this one. He'll actually fire at the other ship.
Missile tubes prepped.
Simply because I think that'll be enough. I mean, I'm not positive, but I suspect that'll be enough to put down the Arachne, unless it turns around or something, which is also a good deal. And this can fire too. However, at this point, shooting at that other Arachne is overkill. I mean, can he get a clear shot at this other one? Yeah, he can. So that's... Oh! Well, isn't that something I want to take out? Kind of bad. Alright, let's see what that does. Hopefully it destroys the Arachne to our rear. Still thinking about that. The Marines, but oh well.
Hostile unit identified.
Ouch.
Manticore is taking damage.
You think? Yeah, it was. We've got unchecked fighter squadrons among our fleet. Shit. You know what? They came from this flotilla over here because remember all the squadrons were coming in from this area, so I dispatched essentially every single fighter we had. This fighter can stop at the dogfight, probably, briefly, and try to shoot down some of these missiles. I think to do that, we'll want to defend the supply ship. It looks like they're firing at the supply ship. Do we have other incoming missiles? Yeah, but these are not tornadoes. Torpedoes. And they're absolutely going to hit the port side of the Sierra Madre. Unless she opens up her flak. But considering the supply ship is right in the middle of the flak field, I believe we're just going to take this hit. And tell that supply ship to fucking move. As if,
Emergency cruiser on standby.
real ingrateful for all the extra armory. But yeah, he does need to get out of there. That's not a good place to be. We could have used that flak. People are going to die because of that ship. I read into this way too much. Alright, let's see. That Arachne is almost done. I'm sure it's the just flat out gunfire from our fleet. So that's awesome. I almost wonder if I should start making a turn to port, but I'll do that next round. For now, I think I just hope that this fighter combat gets resolved ASAP, and I can recall those two fighters back to the fleet, because I don't want them flying around unchecked. I mean, no. In fact, it's almost not going to matter, but we need to get one of these squadrons back there, like, immediately, as if it's going to be too late anyways. They're going to destroy the Celestra before. The Celestra is a supply ship. We call it the Blackbird, a pretty cool name for a supply ship. Do we have... Yes, this ship here, it has some anti-fighter capabilities.
So say we all.
See, she agrees. Let's put it on an offensive posture. Let's fix the turrets directly on those fighters. And I'll even go a step further and go to turrets and tell them that pretty much for the rest of the battle, their priority is squadrons with both their starboard and port guns. And just, I don't want to rest on that. I think also, well, I won't demand that this guy aims at them for the rest of the match. Aim at them. Whereas these ships, I think their guns are too big. I'm not going to lie. I think, if anything, the Battlestar might have some guns that we could dedicate specifically. Let's see. Like your portside guns, you're using those on the enemy ship, and I want that. So yeah, I'm going to leave it alone. Wouldn't have to go through that thought process if I hadn't put that supply ship there. Anyhow, here we go.
Manticore is taking damage. Missiles incoming.
Not good. Oh, jeez. Ouch. Navigation's shot. Armory's all torn up. The Tartarus is in bad shape. I think I even called out the Tartarus pre-battle and said that it has a history. God, there's not much you can do. But you try anyways. If anything, they should be shooting at your left side. And you should be down. But you can't really control that right now, I see. So you need to repair your navigations, which is essentially going to put you dead in the water. The supply ship needs to cancel whatever it's doing and start deploy plating. Where to start? Rear, because anything that hits it in the rear is breaking through right now. We need to get this Raptor squadron moving. Like I don't know that they told me that yeah. But we dropped the Marines there, so we need
Understood.
to recall. They get more Marines and then they go back out. You'll need to slow down in order to help that ship. Can't go out of range. Battlestar. Some of these are going to get through, so it's going to turn. If I've got time, I'll open up the flak field. I think we can be firing missiles, though. This round, yeah. Take that out. Going to offensive posture, even though there's a missile or two coming in. And all of these ships follow suit. Missiles galore. Destroy the Nemesis. Put at least 5 salvos on them.
Missiles
There's no
on their way.
He survives that. So that leaves these a couple salvos outstanding. I think we should use those on this ship. It's about to take out the Tartars.
Understood.
If for no other reason than revenge. Sweet revenge.
Yes, sir.
Nope, I want guns on that. It's gonna kill our ship. I wonder, can he jump? I don't think he can. Nope, because it's a story mission. They don't let you jump away from those. Does it count as boarding if your Corvette rams the Cylon ship? You saw I was seriously considering that for a second.
Manticore is taking damage.
I know it is. No, don't get hit by your own missiles. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's embarrassing. It was actually taking the hits from the starboard side, or I'm sorry, from the port side. And it was okay because I had armor on that side, but it just showed its weak side to its own ships. Well, they're like, well, we didn't expect him to turn like that. I thought he was running from the enemy. Well, we'll sort it out later. Since that guy raced back to stop those fighters, he's got raiders chasing him. I don't see the raiders that he's after. Oh yeah, well, where are they? Do I check the map? Is that an easy way, or? Oh, you know what? The ship guns must have taken him out. Something of great importance that I just neglected. What about our... Yeah, we gotta make sure that the Raptor squadron does not get destroyed. They're the only way I complete this mission at this point. Do we have other fighters available? Like, where is... There you guys are. Yeah, what are you doing? Attacking a raider squadron. Whereabouts? This one, I see, okay. Okay, they're attacking the one that's chasing that other squadron that was racing back to save our fleet single-handedly, but now our fleet doesn't need saved because our fleet's guns dealt with the situation, which I assume I could probably chalk up to the Gorgon. I don't see any drastically different orders taking place yet. Oh, he's still alive, okay. I can imagine not for long. He's got a lot of missiles inbound. really want to take out that Arachnid, though. I don't have any... Yeah, I probably do have missiles to fire, don't I? These... No, I don't. Close. One more round and our cruisers can fire again. They'll start turning to port.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, that's fine. That said, he could speed up to get out of their way.
Understood.
Battlestar could climb a little bit. I don't know that he needs to, but he will. And the rest looks fine. Supply ship was harassed by those raiders, but it came out. That'll do. Where's our little raptors? That's who I'll focus on. I got no other priorities. Oh, the manticore blowing up. Ouch. A lot of incoming missiles. Oh, kill that fucking thing. I guess those are gonna miss everybody. If anything, they would hit the supply ship or this. Anyway, the cruisers need to dive a little bit as a result of that. And return fire. For sure. It should not take that many hits to take this thing down. I suppose that demands a closer examination of that Arachnid's condition right now. And yeah, if he gets hit on the left or right side, it's causing decompressions, and he doesn't have much armor on the front of the ship either. On the bow. Raptors are still working their way back. Yeah, sure, fire more. I mean, just...
Missiles on their way.
Kill it. Hopefully, try not to destroy our own ships this round. Would be fantastic.
Missile tubes prepped.
Just fucking with you. It's just a Corvette. That's what? 800 people? That's all. Here goes.
Missiles incoming!
Blame that one on the toasters. Confirmed. Confirmed. That part of the feed will be redacted. That's a lot of missiles going out. It's overkill. This thing will not survive. No, none of those missiles are going to hit it. Are you guys engaging? You're attacking the ship. I'd like to see you attacking those missiles. So defend whoever they're firing at, which might be the Trebuchet. They might see the... Maybe it's just the fact that the Raptors are landing there. They're like, oh, that's the important ship. Here we figured it'd be the Battlestar. We still have 3 ships unaccounted for. And I hope one of them's an Arachnid. I don't know. Because if it's not, we better somehow stop all these missiles from hitting this ship. so we can get our people aboard it. Anyhow, Raptors are almost aboard the Kevishay, and then we set our second mission. Here they go. They're destroying those missiles. Most of them, anyway. There's one gonna get through. Kevishay batten down the hatches. You're about to take a hit. They're like, yeah, no problem. Also, go ahead and launch Raptors.
Yes, Commander.
We better start turning these ships around. Their little broadside action got turned into an endless meandering. Meanwhile, let's identify these remaining ships. I have a hunch this one's a nemesis.
Squadron target is confirmed.
Okay. Slow down the supply ship or support ship.
Yes, Commander.
And good to go. Yep, we expected that connection.
Escort clearance zone is active.
He's trying to knock out those. They are guided. They're heading towards a support ship. Nothing can be done. It's in the hands of that squadron, truly. And we are just waiting for ID. In the meantime, we'll take out this Cylon support ship. Just overwhelm it, I suppose. What is that, 4 salvos so far? Let's give it a 5th. Maybe even a 6th. No, we'll let it stand with 5, see if that does it.
On it, Commander.
And the Gorgon and the...
On it, Commander.
whatever it is, Kevishay, will attempt to catch up with the rest of the fleet. I will watch the supply ship, hoping that those ships in the background are identified soon. Oh, last second save. That was nice. That was very nice. And here comes another salvo, but the pilots are on it. And yes, that is an Arachne. We need to get Marines on it quick, like before we destroy it. Unless, nope, those are both carriers, so this is the last opportunity. I don't want to destroy it then. Let's break off.
Yes, Commander.
Have the fleet turned hard to port, get less guns on that last Arachne. Afraid we're gonna take some hits because of this, but we can't kill it yet.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. Here goes.
Escort priority 1.
Shit. The guns on those cruisers. That is no joke. I gotta keep that in mind. These are potent things. But if we turn on thrusters, that'll diminish the fire they put out.
Yes, Commander.
I don't know if they'll put out any, to be honest. We're doing the same with the flagship. Support ships should stay beyond the fleet. The Trebuchet, which is the old flagship, needs to catch up. Same with the Gordon. Meanwhile, we've got our Marines heading toward the enemy Arachne class. Damn, those pilots are stopping most of those missiles.
Marines have samples from the Cylon warheads. All marks are cleared for elimination.
Good. Good. Let's turn and
On it,
fight.
Commander.
Better yet, turn. Just now, you got missiles coming that way. Let's turn to port. The missiles are heading, no doubt, toward the support ship. They love to destroy those. We'll have our cruisers turn to port as well.
Yes, sir.
Then, after we knock out this Arachne, it's just a matter of firing missiles at the remaining two ships, which I believe our fighters just took out one of them where they hit space debris. Yeah, one of those Talons just got destroyed. Or no, they didn't. That's wreckage from something else, I suppose. Yeah, because there's still two Talon light cruisers on the board. Let's see. We'll put us in
Action
condition
stations
1
ready.
and open up on the enemy ship with the port side batteries. And fire guided missiles. And get our Marines off that ship. I suppose even this guy could aim at him. He's got long range.
Understood. Action stations ready.
Here we go.
Updated. Target activity maintained.
Damn the guns on those battle stars.
On it, Commander.
In terms of the game, pretty damn impressive.
Yes, sir.
I was wanting to turn, see what the explosions
Yes, sir.
were, but then it occurred to me, like, that's not explosions, that's the guns. Up on the top of the battle star. Turn a little bit as this guy passes, or at least that's what we anticipate. Raptor is coming home. They're gonna fire rockets at the Arachne just to be dicks about it. And I think that's good. Come on, fighters, take those out. Let's get, see, the bottom cruiser
say we all.
won't be able to fire. Excuse me. And the Krakatoa can.
Missile
So
tubes
now
prepped.
we start firing at those remaining Talons. And that should wrap it up. No, he can't fire. He can.
Understood.
He can fire, come to think of it.
Missile tubes prepped.
And the Battlestar can attempt to get into gun range. That'll do. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. So we got missiles outbound towards the 2 remaining targets. Battlestar can fire missiles, so he will. And I think that'll do. I wonder if is he opening up with his guns? That is to say, the Sierra Madre. I think so. Yeah, some of them, anyways. It's over. Recall all fighter squadrons. Bring her in. Raptor squadron is already secure. I hate that we lost the Tartarus, the Corvette, but all in all, it was a Corvette in a capital ship fight. And yeah, all in all, we did well. For a drug smuggling operation.
On it, Commander.
Well, this shouldn't take long. Can't believe it's actually firing back. I mean, at this point, don't you just kind of say, oh, I suppose they are robots. But they're sentient. They know. I would think Alexa would be a little worried. Siri, too. I'm sorry.
The raid teams have secured both the warhead samples and the field kits. I'll have the Raptor squadron get ready to make the dead drop with the Cancerins.
So no
Hell
one is going
yeah.
to talk about the doctor's recent choice in Friends.
I trust Cottle's judgment to do the right thing, just like I trust yours. I'm sure we wouldn't approve of all of your past clients either. It's your judgment that we rely on, not your history.
I mean, silence. Well done, Commander Greeley. And crew of the... I tried to center that. Sierra Madre. Okay, so, well, one more replay and then I'll close out the stream. Gone kind of late tonight. Be right back after the replay. Battlestar, read this first. Battlestar main batteries appear to be dorsal. So you want the ship below enemies to get good firing hours. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Although it has belly guns too. I should have taken a moment to look at its guns, because you can. It'll focus in on all the different gun ports. And then broadside and port side, they're not, they're not the same caliber, but there's so many of them, Oh, yeah. I almost felt like, I feel like the main guns have more range, too, somehow. I don't know. It's something now I should investigate. But I do love those dorsal guns on a Battlestar.
Watch your intervals, people.
I want to say belly is the same size, but I'd have to look. And also, it may not be true for this particular Battlestar. I may be thinking Jupiter class. I probably am.
Action stations, action stations. This is not a drill.
Krakatoa.
Check your solutions before engaging.
Set condition 1. I repeat, set condition 1. This is not a drill.
Get every gun ready and bearing on the hostiles. Squadron, on me. Shot fired, .15. Fire at will.
Okay, I'm back. I had to wait until after the painful part. That's a lot of missiles. That is the strength of this fleet, is those cruisers. I mean, well, the Battlestar for sure, but... What are we looking at there? What was that shot? Like, meanwhile, stuff's happening way out here. We don't know what. It's too far out. There it is again.
Priority 1, still online.
Yep, you're done. The classic Battlestar. I do like how this game takes the old ships and they're just like, no, that was the first design. That's the Artemis class. That's pretty cool. Commander Randall would not have lost the Corvette. I have to think about that.
Time to clean up and go. Actual sets to pop up and prepare for extraction.
Well, yeah, not bad, not bad. Commander Randall, no, I think you're right. Fleet Group Canceron would not have lost the Corvette in that situation. Because I think I talked about how the supply escort with the Bokassi, how that's something that convoy, or rather Corvette crews and captains probably talk about. But what just happened would almost be just as talked about, because essentially Commander Greeley ordered a lone Corvette to go scout out 3 enemy ships, one of which was an Arachne. Which, yeah, the Corvette found that out way too late. So not even a great ship for scouting. It's just he had all of his fighters committed on his left flank, and I do believe that other group jumped in later, right? So it was definitely like reacting to stuff on the left, and then oh shit, there's stuff in front of us all of a sudden. But so I guess I'm trying to justify quote unquote Greeley's decision there, but that almost lends itself to some thought of do we just ram the Arachne? You know, like the captain just being like, just knowing right away, like, oh, you're destroying this ship. Like, you want us to go commit suicide so you can get intel. It's kind of fucked up, really. But my back to, I know it's just a quip, but back to Commander Randall, he would not have that problem, I don't think. Because I think he has plenty of fighter support. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, he has the same. Because he would have taken one Raptor. Yeah, so it would have been the same, except also he would have 3 Corvettes. I dare say, though, to be pragmatic, Randall would be in a tougher spot because those cruisers, I think those cruisers did a lot of work in that. Maybe more than the Battlestar. I kind of think more than the Battlestar, which never even utilized its flag. So that was 3 missions, and 3 decent ones, I think. We took casualties, we lost ships, but the Cylons lost a lot more, and we gained so much in the area, in the realm of supplies. Requisition points, I've got 3,995, and a lot of Tillium too, so we're in good shape. I think that we have, well, plot my final moves just to get stuff back in order. Yeah, so he's gonna need a replacement, and I don't think it'll be, I don't think it should be a Corvette. Greeley is about to become an admiral. And for a while there, he was the only officer of repute that we had. It's just I put him on the space station, let somebody else, oh, I forget her name. She's a rear admiral now, but she's aboard the space station. Hardy. Yeah, Rear Admiral Hardy. So maybe I give him a frigate, I don't know. Something potent. Let's get his fleet back to Pycon. Other than that, I think every fleet's where they're supposed to be. The board looks remarkably good. Just 1 Cylon fleet out there. And in our skirmish off-stream time, we'll knock it out. Of course, more will show up. Things are good. I think one more issue that I should probably tend to is promotions. Those cruisers are valuable in laying down missiles. I suggest all fleets get a couple of those. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. Of course, now we've also got those Gemini's cruisers that are older, but they fire even more missiles. I'm going to use some of those, definitely in Fleet Group Geminon, but it sounds like since they name dropped Leonid, or is it Leonid or Leonis? Leonis? And Virgon. I think those will get priority on the Janus classes. But honestly, I think the Ranger classes are in a way better, because just rate of fire, they can fire every other turn, or they could alternate and fire every turn. I guess putting the Janus classes into practice will We'll help figure that out. We've also got this guy, Lieutenant Colonel Murray. He's from Caprica as well. He's been hired on, he's been brought up to Fleet Command because we might want him to run a supply fleet. But he's a CAG, and I thought that was interesting, that your fighters and, you know, your squadrons would be stronger with him in charge, and I want to do some squadron-based fleets, and maybe Caprica will boast one of those. Of course, that'll mean taking the current commander of the Caprican forces out, replacing her with Murray, or her, him, I mean. Anyways, as for promotions, who is qualified for one? Commander Biggs of the Toron Fleet Group Toron. Well, God, you've got the fleet you want, so you could... Well, no. Take that. You can always get cooler ships. More expensive ships, anyways. Colonel Bowler. Well, of course. Bowler is from Fleet Group... Is it Liebern? Yeah. So he saw action tonight, and he gets a promotion for it. Of course, just a pay raise. He's still a colonel. There's Commander Randall. Oh, I noticed that much like Greeley, his skills come out of, like, well, commanding officer. So he's the type that would have gone to Naval Academy and been kind of pigeonholed as a fleet officer from the beginning. No, she's close. Commander Privet. Yes. Commander, or Captain, Colonel Barstow. I thought we already promoted you. Holy shit, are you gonna make Commander? Yes, she is a Commander. So she'll be getting a battle star. I need to send one out to Fergon. We have one waiting. Colonel Daly is also being promoted to a Commander. Daly is from Geminon. So Barstow and Daly are going to, I guess, get the 2 battle stars that are currently in production. And that's it. That's it. Let me see if I have those battle stars. Yes, we do. They are the Thanatos and the Providence. Interesting. Well, that is going to do it for tonight. 3 battles took it out of me, but I'm pleased with how things went. I'm grateful for everybody that took the time to watch tonight. Much appreciated. I will be back at, I'll be streaming something probably tomorrow night. I'm going to try to alternate, but at this point I just can't say what I'll be in the mood for tomorrow night. So if I am back at this, don't get too upset with me. But if otherwise, you know how it goes. It'll be Sea of Thieves or Red Dead or maybe even Grounded. But as for tonight, I really appreciate you taking the time. And as always, this is Automatic for Automatic Games. If you like this. If you are subscribed, I will defend your colony to the best of my ability. Rob, thanks for sticking with me tonight. Will do. Yep, sometimes all the talking catches up. And I find that if I'm playing single player, well, naturally, I talk a little more. Drink a little less. But yeah, Rob, thank you for being here. Thanks to everybody that stopped by earlier. Odd Noble, JPICO, Death, Caspa, Mr. Strontium, Plasman, True Flat Praetor, and I hope I didn't leave anybody out, but I think I got everyone. Oh, and Tar. And Tar, meh. Alrighty, folks, good night.